Oh, when I came home, I watched Harold Camping and his 1994 book get torn apart in a theological debate. The people who debated him really made him look like he was putting his own meaning into the Bible, like the way the Jews did with their Kabbalah. It showed him as nothing more than a numerologist. All those who had their hopes in the second coming, taking place this September, must have been feeling really nauseated and horrible. Possibly almost as bad as I did back in 1991 when I heard that Bush wasn't going to help the Kurds overthrow Saddam. It'll be interesting, really interesting to see what Dad thinks about this slaughter of camping. Anyway, I found anyway what I found kind of depressing about this debate between Camping and the theologians wasn't the fact that it destroyed the hope of the rapture taking place this September. That, I realize, was something that time is going to do anyway. What was depressing, however, was that in Camping's attempt to show why he believed in numerology, that's what got me down. Camping, in his attempt to show why he believed in the way he did, pointed out his reasons. Yeah, Camping, in his attempt to show why he believed the way he did, pointed out in his reasons by saying that there were many discrepancies in the numbers mentioned in the Bible. He showed how there were actually contradictions in the Bible this night. He mentioned how the Jews were in Egypt for a certain amount of years, and how the law came to Moses from the time of the death of Abraham. At the same amount of years, the Jews were held captive in Egypt. And yet, Abraham died way before the Jews were held captive in Egypt. Making a contradiction. Also, one of the debaters that was attacking Camping pointed out how a king ruled for 2 years and became king at the age of 1 year of age. Anyway, it was as if I were watching a brain surgeon operating on a brain tumor tonight. Harold Camping was the brain tumor, and the debaters were the surgeon. In their attempt to cut Harold Camping from the vice he has on his followers, I saw a lot of important brain tissue being accidentally removed in the process. A lot of important brain tissue being accidentally removed. It was very depressing. Very depressing, if you know what I mean. Of course, after being discouraged, after being discouraged so much in Bible prophecy, I certainly wasn't surprised. Really wasn't. Over now. August 18th, 1994, Thursday evening. When my parents came up from Modesto last Monday, Dad said